which is a noun. What does that mean? It means that every baby that is born follows the exact same pathway as the entire civilization. This is fascinating, okay? It means that ontology recapitulates philontology, and I'll explain what that means. Ontology is the individual, yourself. Philontology is your entire species. So you do the same pathway that the entire species has done. Or, another way of putting it is that the species follows the exact same dimensions as an individual. For example, when you're conceived, you're very, very little. But when you started getting a backbone around 8 or 12 days, it's stunning. I mean, the embryology is so amazing. But at very, very young, you're getting a backbone and you start looking a bit like a fish. And then as you develop in utero, you finish looking like a fish and you start looking like an amphibian. And then after a while, you look like a reptile, and you go through a stage where you look almost exactly like a bird. And then you change into mammal. So you, as an individual, are following the same developmental processes as the development of the chordates, as the evolution of chordates. So that's true at a biological level, but it's also true at a linguistic level. The very first words that early humans identified were nouns. Wall, or wolf, or fire. Okay? The child, when they first start speaking, start off with nouns pointing at things, mama and dada and milk and whatever. Okay? So it's the same order that flows through. So the noun is a very old and very stable part of speech. It doesn't change much. In English, the only way we can dress up a noun is we put an S on the end if there's more than one. Pretty much it stays the same. Some words, however, are strong words, are strong nouns. Mouse turning to mice is a strong noun, okay? But house does not turn to heis, okay? Mouse turns to mice, which is a strong. A weak noun is house, houses. But often we have a change in tense from the noun. The next really important thing to understand is that, mind your computer, flick it back, that all energy comes from the sun. The sun created, the sun's movement, the swirling of particles that created the sun is the same swirling that creates all of the planets. I think I could demonstrate this doing a sugar and water experiment. Did you do that sugar and water one when you're doing photos in your hands?
No.
At this point, in another story, you could put in sprinkled sugar into water on an OHT, so everyone can see, or just to one person. You start swirling it around and you'll notice that all the sugar swirls into one point, i.e. that's how the sun was formed. It's just a really nice demonstration. Or you can do it with bits of paper floating on the top. All energy comes from the sun, so the verb symbol is a red circle. Damn bugs! So you can see that there is energy in the sun. The sun creates all energy. It creates light and heat on the planet, but also even the volcanoes, that energy, that heat within there has come originally from the swirling of the sun. All energy comes from the sun. So the symbol that we use for a noun is a black triangle. And we can put that over any noun. So did anyone see this work being done, by the way?
Yeah.
Hoping all of you did. Did you understand it? Hopefully, maybe you understand a little bit more in a minute. The verb is a red circle. The symbol is a red circle. We're going to get into a lot more into this detail in a moment. Staying in the noun family, we have a smaller triangle, and it's dark blue as an adjective, and it always hangs around the noun. As I say, there's a lot more work to do with this, but I'm just giving you an overview. The adjective is a dark blue smaller triangle, and the article, the word adjective. Here she is, how are you? Good. We're just doing parts of speech, so you're welcome. Does everyone remember Jenny? Yes? I should make you know. Yeah. Good. Adjective, adjectivo, is the Latin root to throw within. You have a noun and then you throw in some adjectives. You throw them in. Articulus, which is the Latin word for article, articulus means little wing, a little wing, and it helps the noun. In English, we only have three. And the. And an have the same value as one, because in French you can hear and It's all the same sort of sound. And we have the, which can be used as a definite and indefinite article as well. So you need to understand, we'll get to all of that. The verb was a red circle. The adverb, which describes the verb, which adds to the verb, is an orange circle. Often we put it afterwards, but it can come before. It does depend, and we're going to look at the order very soon. So that's why it's an orange circle. It's still part of the verb family, but it's not as strong. You can see the red and the black are strong. The dark blue is not as strong. The orange is not as strong a colour. The pronoun is purple. It's a tall triangle, and it's more likely to get knocked over than the equilateral triangle that we'll use as a noun. The tall purple means that it is a combination of the red and blue. It is a pronoun. In fact, when the noun is not there, the pronoun can stand in its place, but as soon as the noun comes back, the pronoun has to scurry away. It's like the little prince trying to pretend like they're important, like the king noun, but when the king is there, the pronoun has no worth at all. We do not need pronouns when the noun is there, but when the noun has gone out, the pronoun looks after him. This is why he has purple robes, because he identifies as royalty and is very rich and trying to be important, but we know that the noun is so much more important. We also know that the pronoun drives the verb, because in English the pronoun changes the verb. I walk, you walk, he walks. It's the pronoun that gives us the s on the end. So the red and blue, the red of the verb and the blue of the noun family, combine together to get the purple. Another reason why we have purple pronouns. A member of both families, of both the verb family and of the noun family. You remember that a preposition shows relation, and here I have a little green bridge going from one side to the other, showing how things are connected. This word is a preposition. It's a little green bridge, and it links things up. When I hold somebody's hand, and I'll hold my hand, you can see a pink rectangle here showing our connection, and that is the word that we have for conjunction, is a pink rectangle. The pink rectangle showing that connection. The next one, which I think is rather beautiful, Maria Montessori helps us to understand the exclamation. She gives it gold. Jenny, why were the golden beads gold last week?
Human.
Yes, something to do with human. And this, spot this, it's beautiful, is a keyhole to the human heart. Because emotions are important in language. And that's why we put in help, I love you, please, into our writing by using exclamations. We use the human heart, the gold symbol, to see how important emotions are, which is our exclamation.
Can we say interjection for that?
If you like. Interjection cuts the speech. Exclamation makes it louder somehow. It's however you want to do it. Both words are fine. Interjection and exclamation. Okay, so let's have the poem now. Please cover up your version, and if I point to the part, you'll know what I'm talking about. Just a reminder: article, adjective, noun, pronoun, adverb, verb. So we're a little bit out of order. It doesn't really matter to us because we're on it. Preposition, conjunction, exclamation. Okay? Let's have this one. Oh, there's none for the article, remember, so we're not going to do this. What is this? What part of speech is it?
Adjective.
Can anyone tell me the poem line for adjective? Let's all say it
Adjective.
together. Go.
An adjective describes a thing, magic wand and bridal ring.
Brilliant. And this one is noun. Can you remember the poem?
Every name is called a noun, like field and fountain, street and town.
Beautiful. This one is pronoun. Can you remember? In place
Of noun, a pronoun stands as he and she can clap their hands.
This one is an adverb. How things are
Done. An adverb tells as quickly, slowly, badly, well.
This one is a verb. The
Verb tells action, something done, to read, to write, to jump, to run.
This one is a preposition. A
Preposition shows relation, as in the street or at the station. Conjunction joins in many ways a sentence, word, or phrase and phrase.
The
Exclamation cries out, hark! I need an exclamation mark.
Easy? Starting to get there in your head? Is this helping? Do you
Absolutely.
think? I have a picture behind it and a story behind all of those all of those parts of speech. So remember I said that oral language is really, really important? I'm going to introduce you now to some oral language. In here we have a whole lot of art cards, and in your class you should have a whole lot of art cards. A lot. So you and a partner are going to be talking about the set of cards. It doesn't matter what the cards are, but let's just say we're all going to be talking about prepositions. Shona and I are going to look at these cards and look for some prepositions. I can see this angel is beside the pig. What can you see in terms of prepositions? Show relations.
I can see that the boy is behind it.
Yes, and I can see that this boy is on the other side of the pig. And I can see she is in front of this boy. And I can see the pig is on top of the land. I can see the land is under the pig. I can see the band is around the pig's neck.
Could you say the girl is in a yellow shirt?
You could, because it shows relationship. What's her relationship to the yellow shirt? She's wearing it. Yes, indeed. Everyone got it?
Yeah.
See how it's going to work? And every now and then we're going to change part of speech to do something else. There's lots of cards and there is lots of rich language here. You're going to know all of these parts of speech really, really well. Are you happy with those? Would you like to work, Jenny? That's good.